We are live, ladies and gentlemen, and in case you don't know who I am, please allow me to introduce myself. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the one and only DJ Storms, and I'd like to welcome each and every single one of you back here to the channel on YouTube.com. And of course, you already know who I am, Mr. Controversy, and the operator of the best damn Twitter handle known. Wait for it. Wait for it. To mankind. Oh, we got one person watching right now and one thumbs up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Lightning Flash update for March 21st, 2020. As we sit just 15 days away from WrestleMania, we are here to review some weekly wrestling shows. We are here to talk about some latest news, rumors, and reports going on in the wrestling community. And we're not going to waste any time. We're going to... Oh, look at this! It's Big Boy Johnny 25. What is going on, my brother? Thank you. Thank you so much for the thumbs up, and thank you for joining here. Hopefully, we're going to get a little bit more people here in the chat. This is probably going 2 hours anyway, but regardless, I am not alone. I am not alone here for the Lightning Flash update. For the very first time ever, actually, on the Lightning Flash update, lifelong wrestling fan coming to you from Orlando, Florida, DJ Storm's Posse member. Please welcome CM Smiley. What's going on?
What's up, guys? Oh, this should be fun. Either this is going to go really, really good or really, really bad.
Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Anything with DJ Storms is always a fun time. You see, the SmackDown theme song is Are You Ready for a Good Time? But you see, it's never a good time with SmackDown, but you're always going to have a good time with DJ Storms. Oh, wait a minute. You know, I feel like we're missing something. What's going on, Kizmark TV? How you doing? We're missing something. Oh, wait a second. I know what it is. Oh, I know.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, I think you know what's in this case. It's a very special occasion, and I think it's time. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. That's right. So, we won't be needing these anymore. Won't be needing these. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Ready? Wait. Oh, yeah! Now the party can start. Well, you see, here's the thing. If I'm wearing these, you know, if I'm bringing out this guy, then I think it's only fair we bring out Smiley Teen Dream. Don't you think? No?
I am not on camera because I am app jumping.
You are what?
I've been doing it from my phone, so I am app jumping.
You are app jump. Well, at least continue to promote it so we get some more people. We only got 3 people so far. My last live stream, I got like 15. Come on, people. But anyway, we're going to jump right into the weekly show reviews, and we're going to talk about Dynamite first. Did you watch Dynamite?
Sort of, yes.
Sort of. Well, I got my notes here.
Sort of.
I got my notes here. Don't worry. I'm going to run everyone up to speed on what's going on.
I watched the important parts.
Well, don't worry. I got all the notes, so you'll know what's going on. They had it from the Daily's place in Jacksonville. So Cody came out first to...
which is completely outside, by the way. It's completely outside.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you were there at Fight for the Fallen, weren't you?
There's a part of it. There's like 2 parts. There's like the football field part, and then like in the corner, there's like a little stage, and it's all outside. And it's hot. It's hot, people. So they did this at night because it's hot. It's Florida. It's summertime in Florida. It's hot.
Well, it's summertime. It's summertime all the time over there. It's summertime all the time over there.
It's 90 degrees with humidity outside. So, oh God, it's hot.
I can only imagine what it was like in what was it, in July when you went for Fight for the Fallen.
Oh my God, I was sweating. We were all sweating.
Oh my God.
No AC. It was just miserable.
What's going on, Penny the Grace? We got like a couple people joining here and there. They're like, come on, what is going on, people? I mean, Come on, only 2. You guys can do better than that, but we'll get more as time goes on. But regardless. So Cody cut a promo to start off the show, and it was in the Empty Daily's place. We had Cody saying that he refuses to live in fear, talked about how great the Elite is, but everyone is putting themselves before all the other members in the Elite. Cody, he talked about Hangman being the difference maker. He talked about Kenny being that best bout machine. He wants Matt Jackson to work harder than he's ever worked before. And then the Elite ended up coming out. Matt asked where Hangman was. Hangman ended up coming out. And Matt asked Hangman if he would stand with them, to which Hangman gave a little cup salute. And Omega, he said, hit the pyro and let's start Dynamite. Here's one thing I do want to say. And this goes across both wrestling promotions, actually, both WWE and AEW. The empty arenas have definitely added a more intimate and genuine feel when someone is cutting a promo, which I can appreciate. And I love the fact that they had wrestlers in the crowd watching these shows. You had Hangman and Spears with Tully and Wardlow doing a little gambling on the side. Tony Schiavone was actually the victim of them getting in his face, and then they whispered to him, "Hey, old man, you want in on this?" I thought that was hilarious. But did you see this opening promo?
I did. I watched it via YouTube.
What'd you think of it?
It was deep.
It was deep. I mean, like, you know, when it comes to Cody, you know the guy's going to put every single ounce of passion that he has into a promo, and that I can very much respect. And from there, we went into a Lucha Bros versus Best Friends tag team match. We had MJF. MJF was the highlight of this entire match. Now, the match was fairly decent, but MJF, he was chanting, "Let's go masked guys," in the first 20 seconds of this match. So I'm like, that's it. MJF won the show. He's won the show. And on top of that, then we had Lance Archer and Jake Roberts in the crowd as well. The Lucha Bros, they caught, I believe Trent it was, with a couple of double super kicks. Trent took out Pentagon. Ray Phoenix hit a plancha over the top rope on Trent, and then Chuck Taylor came in with a clothesline before he went into a commercial break. MJF, before the commercial break, he was chanting El Escapo and El Tag Auto. Only MJF can make that work. I don't think I've ever seen anyone that has made such stupid-ass comments, but he's been able to make it work so well. Fantastic stuff right there. So, we had Chuck Taylor getting the hot tag. We had Taylor throwing Phoenix, I believe it was, into the corner. Then we had Chuck Taylor throwing Ray Phoenix into a cutter by Trent. Orange Cassidy did his hands in the pockets dive. Chuck Taylor was taken out. We had a package pile driver and the win. And then the Best Friends challenged the Death Triangle to a parking lot street fight on the next episode of Dynamite. What were your thoughts on this match, Miss Smiley?
I mean, they're amazing. All of them are. Just anything with Lucha Bros is money. Anything with Lucha Bros is just money.
So, what do you think is going to come out of this street fight parking lot brawl? And do we see a Dynamite next week? That's one question we need to answer. Do we see a Dynamite next week?
I don't know. I really do not know. I don't know what's going to come out of it. Anything can happen. Because, you know, with the Lucha Bros, you put Lucha Bros and the weapons together, poof, good luck.
I mean, we saw what happened at All Out. Frickin' Canadian Destroyer off a ladder through a table. Mm-hmm. All right. So then we went into a... she can't contain herself, people. Then we went into a fatal four-way women's match. Penelope Ford versus Riho versus Hikaru Shida versus Chris Statlander. This was a very fun fatal four-way. And I have said, outside of the Nightmare Collective bullshit, that the women's division has definitely been improving in 2020, and I have been loving what they've been doing. They're not there yet, but what they've been doing, especially with this match, definitely they have been falling into place very nicely. We had Shida suplexing Chris Statlander into Riho while Riho was draped in the turnbuckle. We had a double suplex by Shida, or on Shida rather, by Penelope Ford and Riho. Riho and Ford ended up getting into it. We had Statlander with a roundhouse kick and a gourd buster to Shida. Reverse Russian leg sweep to Riho. And then we had Statlander getting taken out momentarily. Shida hit the Falcon Arrow and then hit the sliding knee strike to Penelope Ford for the 1, 2, 3. Hikaru Shida wins as she should. Hikaru Shida continues her momentum, and Hikaru Shida is the woman that I am predicting to defeat Nyla Rose for the AEW Women's World Championship at Double or Nothing 2. Should the event take place, which I hope it does, I think the mass gathering ban, I believe that's through May 10th, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. The mass gathering ban, a mass gathering of 50 or more people, they took that away. I believe that's till May 10th, and Double or Nothing 2 is on May 23rd, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think you're...
yeah. Christina Washington, what is going on? Oh my God, Christina, she is one of the best DJ Storm's Posse members. Thank you for joining. Be sure to hit that thumbs up. I'm here with Miss CM Smiley. We are going to give her time in just a few moments, actually. I want to get her thoughts on this women's match and where she thinks Hikaru Shida is heading. What's going on?
What happened?
Oh, with this women's match. What were your thoughts on it?
I'm not gonna lie, I did not watch the women's match because I didn't like it. It just looked a little sloppy to me. So they need to work a little bit harder on their women's division to actually get me interested. Because right now I'm not interested. Even you brought out the AEW Women's Championship, it looks like a toy. It looks like one of WWE's titles for the children. That's what it looks like. It looks like a toy. So I don't like it. The women's division is just meh.
Can you see Hikaru Shida is?
You have Big Swole. And it's meh.
Well, I think that Big Swole could be getting if this pandemic outbreak wasn't happening, I was actually someone who called Big Swole to be one of Nyla Rose's challengers before Nyla eventually got to Shida. And I've actually been loving what Big Swole's been doing. One thing that I've loved about Big Swole is the fact that you can definitely see how she's progressed in the ring, and every single time she's in the ring, she is definitely getting more fluid. She's becoming more intense. I love the intensity that she brings, and I love the charisma that she brings as well. Her charisma and her intensity definitely go hand in hand. Definitely been loving what she's been doing. I definitely think that she could very well be in the title picture, definitely by the end of the year if they play their cards right with her. But Hikaru Shida right now, she is at the top of the line as far as the women's division goes, and she's going to be women's champion by Double or Nothing. Do you think is Nyla Rose going to have another successful title defense between now and Double or Nothing, and if so, against who?
I don't even know.
Do we see Big Swole? Do we see Big Swole and Nyla Rose?
I think Big Swole is super in that storyline with the dentist. Is that Adam Cole's girlfriend? Yeah.
Yes.
Adam Cole's girlfriend. So.
Did you know she's a dentist?
I did know she was a dentist.
Yeah.
I did know she is a dentist.
Huh. Who knew? Who knew? Britt Baker's a dentist. Did you know? Yeah. Hey, Christina, I know you're in the chat. Did you know Britt Baker's a dentist?
I did not know Britt Baker was a good dentist. I did not know that.
Unbelievable.
Good to know.
Unbelievable. But, I actually think that, Britt Baker, she's been doing some great heel work. I definitely think that Big Swole could actually bring a decent match out of Britt Baker. Britt Baker, now let me tell you something. I have said that Britt Baker has definitely regressed in the ring, but her heel work on the microphone has been excellent. Her heel work's been excellent. And, I've always said that she definitely works better in tag team matches, but if she's put with Big Swole, I definitely think that she could actually get a fairly decent match. We'll see how that plays out. We actually had a segment with Colt Cabana and Kip Sabian getting into it, where Colt Cabana actually gave Kip Sabian a nice little smack across the face. He goes, "Don't you remember that I'm a wrestler? I'm also a wrestler, kid." So we could end up seeing that match down the line. We had a tag team match with the Butcher and the Blade taking on Jurassic Express. This was actually a damn good tag team match right here. And I love what they've been doing with the Jurassic Express, how they haven't been giving them too much momentum, considering that they don't want to blow all of their momentum on a... What's going on, Stoner Wrestling? How you doing, man? They don't want to blow all of their momentum just yet, considering that the Dark Order, in my eyes, is the best heel tag team in the division, and they would be the perfect team to take the title off of Hangman and Omega, and then at All Out 2 in August, we could have the Dark Order versus Jurassic Express, and then Jurassic Express could end up winning the tag team titles, since they are the Daniel Bryan-esque tag team of the tag team division at this rate. But this is a damn good tag team match with a wheelbarrow flatliner to the Blade. I love the double team action from Jurassic Express, very innovative. The Butcher and the Blade ended up breaking down Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy was isolated for about 7 minutes before Luchasaurus got the hot tag, moonsault off the apron to the Butcher. We had a fireman's carry slam. Jungle Boy, he was dropped to the outside. Luchasaurus with a sliding knee, not a sliding knee, a sidekick to the Butcher. Modified Uranagi, and Jungle Boy broke it up. We had a tombstone cutter combination to the Blade, and then Luchasaurus got the win. Jurassic Express get the win here. Damn good tag team match, and Jurassic Express continue their momentum here in 2020. Did you watch this match?
Yes, because I love Luchasaurus. Did you know that Luchasaurus is 35 billion years old? No,
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy because he did you also know that he has a master's degree?
I did not know that he has a master's degree.
He has a master's degree in medieval history.
A master's degree?
A dinosaur with a master's degree. A dinosaur who's been marginalized for 65 million years has a master's degree. Who knew? Who knew? But what are your thoughts on Jurassic Express, and where can you see them going over the next few months?
I want them to become tag team champions. They should, as they should. They should become tag team champions, because SCU winning those championships was we all knew that they were going to win.
I mean, we did get some good matches. We did get some good matches with them, though.
Yeah, but still, they should be championship because they're so lovable. Everybody knows.
Scorpio Sky, though, he's a stud. Scorpio Sky's a stud, though. Oh, I think I might get you started, because it would make for some pretty entertaining content here on my channel.
Don't get me started on that, man.
If only I could see your reactions and not just hear them.
That man is so fat. God, he's fine. Jesus, he's fine.
Okay, so here's a question. Do Jurassic Express take the titles off of Hangman and Kenny, or should we wait till All Out 2?
Wait till All Out 2. That's a bigger crowd. Plus in Chicago, and I might go.
Hey!
I don't know. If you guys didn't know, I'm from Chicago, and where they're having it, that's North Side. I don't go to the North Side much because it's full of rich-ass white people, and I don't go there much because I'm from the South Side. Ain't nothing but ghetto around where I live. So I might just go mess with some Northsiders, go with me a whole lot of freaking food, go hang out with the wrestling peeps, and go to a freaking AEW show. Should be fun.
I mean, if Scorpio Sky's at StarCast, then you're definitely going.
Oh, God. I might get arrested, man.
You might get arrested. What? You might get arrested for going to StarCast because Scorpio Sky's there?
Yeah.
She's having hot flashes right now, people.
I'm good.
You good? Okay. So then from there, we go to the Dark Order, and the Dark Order came out, Evil Uno, saying that the Exalted One is near, and he will breathe new life into the Dark Order. SCU ended up interrupting. Daniels says that Uno hasn't made any of these jackasses that joined the Dark Order any better, and that there is no Exalted One, before we actually got a promo package saying with some guy in a white suit, not a white suit, like a white robe with a hood. He was revealed to be Brody Lee, aka Luke Harper. And he said something that I absolutely loved. He said, Daniels, you are not the first out-of-touch old man to not believe in me, but I will make damn sure that you are the last. Brody Lee is review attacked SCU, and out of nowhere, out of absolutely nowhere, we had a Sister Abigail reversal into the discus clothesline. That was a little shot at the Wyatt family right there, if you didn't already know. I thought that was great. And at the end of the day, this was a great decision on WWE's part. This was a great decision to have, not WWE's, simply because of the fact that this could definitely benefit Brody Lee's career a lot more than it would benefit Matt Hardy's career if we were to have Matt Hardy as the Exalted One. I believe that Matt Hardy would favor a lot better off just doing his own thing, and we could have Matt Hardy doing the whole broken gimmick on its own. Meanwhile, Brody Lee, he could really build a resume for himself, and he could really build a a separate identity for himself as the Exalted One. I definitely want to see a mid-card title get introduced at some point. They need a mid-card title. I've been saying it for months now. You can't keep on holding off on the mid-card title. The mid-card title is sorely needed, considering you got all these guys like Janela, Spears, MJF, Sabian. You got Brody Lee now. You're going to have Lance Archer. It's definitely vital. It is definitely vital. You definitely need a mid-card title ASAP. But what were your thoughts on Brody Lee being revealed as the Exalted One?
A swerve. Everyone thought it was going to be Matt, and I was just like, it's not going to be Matt. But I didn't think, holy crap, Brody Lee was going to be freaking the Exalted One. I'm excited.
So here's something. When do they institute the mid-card title?
Don't know.
Do they institute it before Double or... Make a prediction now. Do they institute it before Double or Nothing 2?
Yes. Or they can just show it off at Double or Nothing 2. I don't know. But I think they should do it before. Can we do it at... I mean, it could get a bigger crowd pop, but...
They could have the champion, the first champion, be crowned at Double or Nothing 2.
Right.
And I'm predicting Darby.
Ooh, Darby. Yeah.
It's either going to be Darby, Guevara, or MJF, and I think I'm going to go with Darby.
I'm going to go with Darby. I mean, if MJF wins, I'm like, ugh.
Oh, come on, MJF's fantastic, though.
I'm not really a fan.
I mean, like, I've been called the MJF of the wrestling community. And to be shout out to my buddy Sid. My buddy Sid the Nerdy Mark. He actually coined that. And, you know, like, I can't help but favorite him a little bit more just because of the comparisons. Can you imagine a promo off between me and MJF? Can you imagine that?
I think he would be doing that, though.
Oh, come on. You know that anyone that steps to DJ Storms, you know they gonna get trapped in the eye of the storm and they ain't never coming back. Don't lie now.
Be careful.
Oh, come on. Hey, I am... Here it is right now. I am formally inviting Maxwell Jacob Friedman. If you got the balls, come on over. Let's see what you got. I will see you on July 22nd in Newark, New Jersey. Anyway, we got a promo with Jake Roberts. And he was cutting a promo on Cody saying that Cody is pretty much ignoring him and Lance Archer, but they promise to get his attention before we went into a promo with Lance Archer going into a ring, giving me Hardy, like Matt Hardy compound vibes, and he just went to a ring in the woods and just destroyed everyone. I actually love this. I think definitely when he put Lance Archer over as a beast. What are your thoughts on Lance Archer, and where can you see him going in All Elite Wrestling?
Oh, he's going to be champion soon. He is going to be champion. It's going to be him against Moxley, and it's going to be so...
Moxley? I don't think they're going to do that this early. If there's anyone...
Not this early, but, like, it's going to be, like, not soon. Like, I don't know how to, like, explain it, but sooner or later it's going to happen.
That's definitely going to happen, without a shadow of a doubt. But if there's anyone that's going to take the title off of Moxley, there's two in contention. It's either going to be Omega or it's going to be Hangman. And to be quite honest, more people are favoring Hangman, considering that he's almost like the Stone Cold Steve Austin of the promotion right now, drinking beers every now and then.
Right, every now and then. It's literally every single show.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to make it seem like it's every single show, but yeah, it's every single show.
It's literally every single show.
So, here's the lineup for next Dynamite. Next Dynamite, we actually have Wardlow and Luchasaurus in a lumberjack match, and we also have the Best Friends versus the Lucha Bros in a parking lot brawl. That should actually be very interesting. In the main event, we had the Inner Circle versus the Elite, and the winner gets the advantage going into Blood and Guts. Hangman and Matt Jackson, we saw some dissension, self-tagging in, self-tagging out. We had Cody getting isolated by Hager and Ortiz. We had a crossroads on Ortiz before Cody tried to go for the tag, but the Inner Circle stopped Cody dead in his tracks. Hangman eventually got the hot tag. He came in like a house of fire. Cody... he was sent to the top rope or put on the top rope by Ortiz, and he eventually wriggled his way free of his clutches. Ortiz was then sent into MJF, so they're still continuing that storyline. Matt Jackson hit a double Northern Lights suplex on two members of I believe it was on both members of Proud and Powerful. We then had Santana rolling up Matt Hardy for the win. We had a match with very good storytelling, and the Inner Circle got the win. Jericho... Oh, before we move on to Jericho's promo afterwards, can we acknowledge the fact that when Jericho came out to do commentary, Sammy Guevara was singing Judas, and I'm telling you right now, it was so bad that it was good. It was so bad it was good.
It was amazing.
Sammy Guevara singing completely off key. I don't know why. I just found that fucking hilarious. I don't know why. But
it was great.
Oh my god. So Sammy Guevara, man. So Jericho cut his promo and saying that they were always gonna win, they were always gonna get the advantage because they've never fought, they've never hit each other with their finishers accidentally, and it's 5-on-4. Jericho continued to, Jericho actually mocked Dustin and Brandy until a drone came in, and Jericho's like, what's going on here? The drone is revealed to be Vanguard 1, and Matt Hardy was shown in the stands as the melodious tunes of a piano played in the background. Matt Hardy is the 5th member of Team Elite since Nick Jackson is out indefinitely. It is now called All Delete Wrestling. Rejoice, my friends. Rejoice. What were your thoughts on this?
I marked the fuck out.
Oh my god. So
I mean, I knew it was coming. As soon as our Vanguard won, I was like, it's happening. It's happening.
It was happening. It was happening. I actually didn't know what was going on. I forgot about Vanguard 1, actually. So I was kind of a little disappointed in myself. I kind of forgot about Vanguard 1. But it turned out to be great. It ended up turning out to be great. We got one person in here right now. Hit that thumbs up. Share the stream out, guys. We got to get some more people in here. Come on, it's a Saturday. You have to imagine everyone's in quarantine right now. Everyone's bored out of their minds in quarantine. Come on.
Not everyone. We're not in quarantine.
You're not.
Florida is not in quarantine.
Still? Oh, my Lord.
We're not in quarantine.
Share it out, big boy Johnny. Share it out, big boy Johnny. We got to get everyone possible in here. Gotta get everyone possible in here. You share it out too on all your platforms on social media, which we will go over later, people. But I thought this was a great episode of Dynamite. They did a very good job at creating a great atmosphere. We got some great matches. We got some storyline progression. We got Brody Lee. We got Matt Hardy. Dynamite, they've been doing some great things. It is extremely hard for anyone not to support AEW and what they've been doing since the start of the year. Say, at this rate, if you are saying anything negative in any sort of way about All Elite Wrestling, you're just doing it to be a troll. You're just doing it because you want attention, and you're doing it because you want to try and be cool. What they've been doing has been great. I can't wait to see what they do. I hope that this pandemic actually dies down, because I really don't want their momentum to be halted. I really don't. So, did you watch NXT?
Nope, because I heard it was nothing but promos.
Well, it was, however, Gargano and Ciampa, they were each sat down and they told their story from 5 years ago, from their first tryout to now. And I'm telling you right now, it was one of the greatest sit-down documentaries that the company has ever produced. If you had not watched this, you need to go back and watch it. They took us on a journey from their first tryout back in 2015 to the Dusty Classic, to their feud with the Revival, to their breakup, their initial breakup and their initial feud. And I love how they kind of went to Ciampa and they said that Ciampa really came off as Johnny was always the star, especially in that match with the Revival back at TakeOver Toronto. And I love how Gargano was feeding off the fact that, he comes back after this neck injury and people are chanting "Daddy's home." And after that, it seems as though everyone just completely forgets. Everyone completely forgets about what happened and what Tommaso Ciampa did. I like how you can't necessarily favorite one over the other, because both of them make fairly decent cases. And it really does kind of piss me off that we're not going to see this match at TakeOver Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you haven't watched it, after we're done with this, you got to go back and watch it. It was some great shit. We had Finn Balor sitting down, and he actually ran through his accomplishments. He ran through his Universal title win, his NXT career, and said that anyone that is put in the ring with Finn Balor, you get your best matches of your careers. And this is obviously building up to that matchup with Walter, which I believe was supposed to take place at TakeOver Tampa, but on NXT UK, they're actually doing a Battle Royal, and the winner of that Battle Royal will go on to face Walter at TakeOver Dublin, and TakeOver Dublin could very well not be happening as well. It's crazy. Right. Now, and here's the deal. They already did their tapings. They already got all of their tapings done. So when they run out of tapings, they're going to have to cancel it. Because at this rate, what else can they do?
Nothing really.
I don't know. And then we had Rhea Ripley. She talked about her journey. And apparently WrestleMania now is going to be taped. And we'll get into that later. But first things first. That was pretty much NXT. And what's going on? Lady Coach Explores. Thank you very much. Thumbs up the stream. Share it out. Share it out on all platforms of social media. We got to get some more people in here. Try and get this stream to 15 thumbs up. I know we got a lot. Thank you very much. Oh, you're new here. Lady Coach Explores, you're new here. Thank you very much. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Keep the chat banging. I will post all links to social media in the description of this video after we're done here. First things first. Speaking of social media, you can follow me on Twitter at HistoryMakerDJS. Follow me on Instagram and Periscope at TheDJStorms. Friend me on Facebook as well. Again, I will put all the links in the description. Like, comment, subscribe as well. We are on the road to 2K subscribers. Hit the notifications bell with the huge coup de grace. That way you will know whenever I pop up on YouTube. Because whenever I pop up on YouTube, it is the best time to be on YouTube. Miss CM Smiley, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at my Twitter page. That is Smiley Baby Boo, Smiley BABI Boo. You can also find me on my podcast Twitter page, which is kind of dormant right now because it's on a break. That is Black Wrestling Rev. That is Black Wrestle Rev. The whole thing, Black Wrestling Revolution, but my Twitter is Black Russell. Rev is trust me, it's dormant. But you can totally find me on my Twitter page, Smiley Baby Boo, Smiley BABI Boo. That's where I'm mostly active at. I don't give out my other social media, no Facebook, no Snapchat, unless I know you like personally. Other than that, no.
Well, I ain't no perv.
Other than that, nah. You can just find me on my Twitter.
Or am I? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, are you looking for a new co-host by any chance for that podcast?
I actually have one. I
you
just,
do?
Haven't updated yet.
Okay.
I just, I just got to pay for a new theme song and a new, icon. And that costs money. So I had to, wait to actually, come back. But yeah, no, I already have one.
Okay. Well, if you're looking for a first guest, you know where to find me.
Yes, I know.
We actually have a separate topic that you wanted to discuss. Before we get into all the WrestleMania rumors, and trust me, there are a lot of WrestleMania rumors to talk about. Trust me, there are. Some matches are being canceled. Some matches may not even happen. Some matches that are already scheduled may not even happen because of travel issues, which we'll talk about. MSG was actually once a target, and the news recently just broke today that apparently WrestleMania is going to be taped, and the city of Orlando is actually shutting down. I think the PC's shutting down, if I'm not mistaken. I saw a couple of notifications. Scroll through Twitter. I thought some people were saying that it was going to shut down, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll do that. We'll do that later. You have your own topic that you actually wanted to discuss.
Oh, we can skip that. I totally forgot what the whole thing.
You completely forgot what it was.
Yo.
Bruh.
I forgot. all this other stuff happened, and that's what I really wanted to talk about was the whole WrestleMania thing.
Okay. You're right. Yeah, you should be. All right, so. Here's my first report that I got. Here's a match that was originally scheduled, but is not happening. During Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer actually stated that the United States title match at WrestleMania might not happen. He stated, and I quote, Rey Mysterio versus Andrade may be a championship match at WrestleMania, but as I said, because it's not announced, it doesn't necessarily mean that it will happen. But when you watched it, my first thought is that's it. It could be, but not necessarily. There are a lot of things that could be. So considering that Rey did beat Andrade, that would probably be a little green light in everyone's head that, there's your U.S. title match at WrestleMania. But to be quite honest with you, I would not mind if they didn't have the U.S. title match at WrestleMania, considering that it's going to be 2 nights anyway, and we really don't need 16 matches, 8 matches for 6 hours spread across 2 nights, especially when it's taped. And we all know that these tape shows, especially in front of absolutely no one, I am definitely not looking forward to WrestleMania as a whole. And let me tell you something right now. I am trying really, really hard, and I mean really hard, not to say that this is going to be the worst WrestleMania of all time, because it is such a cliche thing to say. It really is. It's such a cliche thing to say. And you know me, I don't base my stances and beliefs on cliches. I don't base my stances and beliefs on narratives or personal biases or favorites. I don't base my opinions on cliches and favorites and narratives. I base my opinions on facts. And I am not going to just throw out into the world that, oh, God, it's going to be the worst WrestleMania of all time. I want to wait and see and allow it to play out, but man, they're making it very hard for me. To be quite honest, I am not mad that a U.S. title match is canceled, because quite frankly, they don't really need any more matches on the WrestleMania card. What are your thoughts on this?
I was looking forward to that match, but now that I know it's not happening, I'm sad.
Well, it's not confirmed. It's not confirmed. It's rumored, but to be quite honest with you, I wouldn't really be mad if it doesn't happen, considering what they already have.
I mean, would I love to see Rey Mysterio versus Andrade part 5? Yes.
More like part 50.
Hell, wait, what?
More like part 50.
They're good. They're good together.
I know.
Both of them put on great matches. They're so good together. I think even Ray, I think he trained him. So it's like, sensei versus, training. I don't know. It's just, it's good. It's good. So I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to be able to see that. This whole thing is just bullshit.
And she has to add the period in the end there, people. Well, here's something. Have you ever heard of the account of Fight Oracle? Fight Oracle actually came out with some wrestling news regarding WrestleMania 36 and how they originally wanted the event to be held in Madison Square Garden on June 7th. So here's what the report said. Now, this was before MSG announced when the event was being postponed. So, Fight Oracle, it's an account that has broken some pro wrestling stories in the past, claimed that WWE only announced WrestleMania 36 will be taking place in the PC for insurance reasons, which is what we all expected. Now, I understand that. But at the same point in time, everyone needs to realize here, for those of you defending WrestleMania inside the PC, you do realize that the NBA, the MLB, the NCAA, and the NHL, they all closed up shop, and they're willingly losing millions of dollars, but are they going to go out of business? Are they going to go bankrupt? No. It's the NHL, it's the NCAA, it's the NBA, it's the MLB. These major sports leagues have made billions upon billions upon billions of dollars over the course of God knows how many decades, to a point where, okay, if they don't hold the season as regularly scheduled, they're still going to be around. It's the same thing with the WWE. They're the wealthiest wrestling company on the planet. So if they don't host WrestleMania or they don't host a Raw or a SmackDown as regularly scheduled, they're not going to go bankrupt. And that's what Vince McMahon needs to realize. At the end of the day, whether you want to throw in the insurance policy excuse or not, it's not going to change the fact that at the end of the day, it is nothing more than Vince McMahon's greed and Vince McMahon's selfishness that is pushing this entire WrestleMania in the PC idea. And there's a lot of talent and a lot of people, content creators, podcasters, YouTubers, wrestling fans, have said across social media that there are plenty of wrestlers that actually want the event postponed. Or at least put some wrestlers in the crowd, like All Elite Wrestling did, to actually give a sense of a genuine feel. Give us an atmosphere. Give us energy and emotion. I mean, I really don't know what to say about that, but regardless, continuing with the report, if the city of Orlando forces them to shut down, they will be satisfied. What?
Tampa, city of Tampa.
Yeah, city of Tampa. My apologies. The city of Tampa forces them to shut down. They will be satisfied with the requirements of their insurance policy, and they will look to move the event elsewhere. WWE recently tried to move an event from MSG that was supposed to take place tomorrow. They tried to move that to June 7th, 2020. Fight Oracle stated, and I quote, WrestleMania will not happen from the PC in Orlando. Why? WWE's insurance policy says they have a duty to mitigate damages. In this case, that means finding a new venue. WWE announced WrestleMania with a new venue with the intent to satisfy those requirements. The internal thought is that the city of Tampa will shut down WrestleMania event in the PC. At this point, WWE will have shown that they've tried their best to move the event, aka mitigate damages, and they tried to pay.
Oh wait.
What?
Sorry, you were right. The city of Orlando.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
My bad.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about that. So that's pretty much what's going on now. But then not WWE, MSG actually came out with an announcement. They came out with an announcement recently on Wednesday to anyone who purchased a ticket for the MSG event tomorrow, and MSG actually sent out an email to those who purchased the tickets stating that the March 22nd event was actually moved to Saturday, June 27th. So, at this rate, I don't know what's going on there. I really don't know what's going on there. And then, recently reported by Post Wrestling, they came out, I believe, on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Post Wrestling reported that WWE is planning on ambitious taping. This will cover the company's television through WrestleMania, and it's going to include WrestleMania itself. The report stated, and I quote, "The company will be taping the remaining episodes of Friday Night SmackDown and Raw heading into WrestleMania. One source we spoke to indicated that they are expecting both WrestleMania shows to be taped over the next week as well. And then news recently just broke a couple hours ago that they are going to be taping WrestleMania next Wednesday and Thursday, because I apparently heard that the PC is being shut down. Now, I don't necessarily know what is going on here. It's just one report after the other, after the other, after the other. My head is in all different types of directions. What are your thoughts on this? Because I need a break here. I need to take a sip of my water right now.
This is a whole entire clusterfuck. They should have listened to the city of Tampa when Tampa first said that they were thinking about shutting it down, but they put it into the hands of Vince McMahon, and you don't give Vince McMahon all the power in the world to shut down his own event. You should have said, let's postpone it to a later date instead of saying, let's just shut it all down. Because that's what happened with the other events that were supposed to be happening across the globe, like South by Southwest got canceled, Coachella got canceled until October. Like, they should have just said, no, let's let it happen, but in a different month, so we can get rid of this whole COVID-19 nonsense. But canceling it is just a mess, because that's money that Tampa will not be getting. Because if you guys did not know, we don't pay taxes down here in the state of Florida, because you guys that are the consumers and the tourists, you guys pay for it for us, because the big mouse with the big huge ears owns the city. They own the city. So, with making money from every single freaking theme park that we have here, we don't pay taxes. We don't pay state taxes. We barely have tax on food. So, with everything being shut down, Tampa losing millions of dollars from that weekend, because you guys are going to spend so much money being in all the bars, being in all the restaurants. That's money we lost. So Vince hasn't lost anything, because it's Vince. Like, he probably set up somewhere in his own contract that if something would happen, I'm not going to lose any money. But
it's selfishness. Selfishness.
In this whole entire thing. A lot of people have lost money. Like, this whole thing was a clusterfuck. Even the guys at WrestleCon, they rented out a hotel for the fans and for the people they booked. And they're like, all right, we'll give you this amount of people if you give us this hotel, blah, blah, blah. I forgot, the contract. But now that they had to cancel, the Radisson wanted to make pay over $115,000 to cancel it.
I have a headache just thinking about that.
I heard they got out of it somehow, some way. They don't have to pay them anymore. But it's everything is just a mess. It's all a mess. It shouldn't be happening, but it is. It's just...
I feel sorry for the indie wrestlers that had all the events scheduled for that weekend.
Oh, yes. Let me talk about that. So, if you guys don't know, a beautiful woman by the name of Faye Jackson, she was going to put on her own show called the Great Sweatpants Battle Royale. But due to the fact that coronavirus went rampant, she had to cancel that. She put in her own money. She started this whole thing with her own money. She had to get sponsors on her own. And all of it had to be canceled. So she had to give all that money back. So Cass was really hurting. She is. Plus, all my indie friends lost a lot of money. Warhorse and Dan Housen lost a lot of money because they were going to put on their own WrestleMania. They're going to call it WrestleMania. It was going to be on the same day as WrestleMania. So if you didn't want to go to WrestleMania, you can go to WrestleMania. But of course, they lost money on that. I think my friend Chris Bay said he lost about 13 bookings.
13.
13 bookings.
And you know what it really shows right there? It really shows that Vince doesn't care about the wrestling industry as a whole. He just cares about making his money.
Right.
You take a look at what happened earlier this year, and Tony Khan allowed Kris Statlander to appear at an indie event when she was supposed to have a women's title match. So they moved the women's title match, and they allowed her to go and fulfill her indie duties. So at least you can sense right there that Tony Khan actually has respect for the independent scene. Meanwhile, WWE wants to monopolize it.
Right.
And on top of that, I feel sorry for the fans that paid $10,000 worth of tickets. They paid for hotel reservations, and they made plans spamming months back for that weekend. And now they don't even get the opportunity because now it's in the PC.
Yep, it's a mess.
You were going to go actually as well.
Yes, I had the hotel booked. I had all my tickets. I had tickets to indie shows. I had tickets to WrestleMania. All of it was booked. And then the moment I found out that they got canceled, I was livid.
Well, what else is there to even say at this rate about it?
That Vince should have just postponed it instead of trying to, I know he's trying to, make us keep us interested and keep it going and try to make it happy for the rest of us. But it's just we're not happy. Like we're not happy. We're not happy. So if you're not happy, like why have it go? Like.
And do you want to hear this last report? The fact that one of the marquee matches may not even happen. U.S. and Canada, they have closed their borders because of this coronavirus, unless it's for quote-unquote essential business reasons. Lesnar resides in Canada and is a dual citizen of both the United States and Canada. He has a title defense against McIntyre, and WWE hopes that will qualify as an essential business reason to have him travel. He's supposedly booked on Monday, but we don't know if he's going to be there live or he's going to be there via Skype. We don't know if WWE is currently talking with Canadian Border Patrol to actually try and get Lesnar over here to the United States for the actual match. So, I don't even know what's going on there. If this is the case right here, and you're really going to have a tough time trying to get Brock Lesnar over to the PC to have him defend the title against McIntyre, just postpone the fucking event. If that is not any more reason to postpone the event, then I don't really know what is. Especially for someone like Drew McIntyre, who has busted his ass for this opportunity, and it could very well not even happen.
And the fact that it's going to be at the PC.
In front of no one.
Right up.
In front of no one.
Not even the PC guys. Like, none of them.
I feel bad for McIntyre, man. Oh, my God.
I don't think it's just a clusterfuck. Nobody, I don't even want to watch it. Like, I really don't want to. I don't want to watch WrestleMania.
Yeah, at this rate, the spoilers could come out, and you won't even have to.
Exactly.
At this rate. I haven't missed a WrestleMania since WrestleMania 25. And let me tell you something. This year, and not even just this year, ever since the WWE Network launched, WWE has pretty much built WrestleMania on the fact that, oh, hey, it's WrestleMania, people are going to watch. It is such a disgusting tactic. Complacency, I will say this right now, complacency is the most cancerous mentality that a single person could have. And Vince McMahon, he is undoubtedly the definition of complacent. I don't even have any words as far as that goes.
It's just, it's about a mess.
I don't even know. I don't know anymore. On a more positive note, how have you been?
I've been alright.
I'm just trying to like take our minds off of this stressful incident with WWE now taping WrestleMania next week and hosting it over 2 nights. Oh, by the way, did you know Rob Gronkowski's hosting the event?
Ugh.
Did you see what?
Did I see his cringy entrance? Oh my god. It's like watching.
What was he doing? What was he doing?
Dancing. It's a mess. It's a
Oh my god. And on top of that, they tried to put Corbin out there to get him over.
That's the wrong person to do it. No.
King Corbin. Burger King Corbin. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. McDonald's, I'm loving it, King Corbin. Dog food, King Corbin. Oh my god. I swear, I'm really trying to forget about that Roman Reigns, Baron Corbin feud. I don't even know anymore. I'm really trying to forget about it. What were they even fighting over? Dog food?
I guess so.
If you've learned anything, what's going on, Mr. Funky Hamster? If you've learned anything from this Lightning Flash update, it's that we don't even know what the fuck Roman and Corbin were even fighting over, and we just settled on dog food. If you've learned one thing from this live stream. Good lord. Coronavirus. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm good.
I know, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Anything else you would like to add? Is there any other interesting wrestling topics that you would like to talk about? Because we've only been going about an hour.
Stop comparing all the freaking black people, please. Stop it. That is annoying. Real annoying.
You mean just the wrestlers with WWE? That's a shot at WWE right there.
Please stop comparing all the. Well, no, it's to Twitter, wrestling Twitter. Please stop comparing every single black wrestler that you see. If I see one more person compare Street Profits to Crime Time just because they're black and they act the same, does not mean they're the goddamn same. Stop it. Stop it.
Well, Twitter compares everyone nowadays.
No, they only compare the black people. They only compare the black tag teams.
I mean, people have compared me to MJF though.
You're just one. Like they apparently all they do is compare all the black people. It's very annoying. Please stop it. Please.
The stands are the ones that make the community the most cancerous. The stands. Any stands. If you got a wrestler as your Avi and you are not that wrestler, you are the problem. Like you do not. There's no reason. I'm sorry. This is like a little side rant here. There's no reason for you to have a wrestler as your Avi and claim that everything that this wrestler does is the work of a mythical god. Please. I'm talking about the ones that have Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins. I think one of them had the Big Show as their Avi.
Big Show.
Yeah, That's how did The Rock do it? How'd The Rock do it? Yeah, Big Show. Like I don't know how The Rock did. I can't do it as well as The Rock. Back during the Attitude Era.
I remember.
You what?
I remember somewhat.
Oh my lord. Mr. Funky Hamster, hit that thumbs up if you haven't already done so. Let's actually take this time. Let's spill some tea. I never use that term. I hate that term, but let's spill some tea on wrestling Twitter right now. Who on wrestling Twitter you think is the best possible? Let me think about that. Who on wrestling Twitter the is the most dramatic? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. Everyone kind of just acts the same, so I don't know.
Everyone's just kind of the same?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I can't say. I don't know. That's a good question. I really don't know. I don't know who's the most dramatic. I have no clue.
Oh, who do you think's the nicest?
X-Ray.
Oh God.
Hey! That is my brother. We would not talk bad about my brother.
Do you even understand the history between me and him?
I know you guys don't like each other, but that is my brother, and I love him.
I've not mentioned him in a long time, and I will not mention him publicly on Twitter. But yeah, we have a lot of bad blood.
That's my brother. Don't say anything wrong, or I'll hop off this thing, because that's my brother. All right, he's really like my blood.
I'll see him. And we'll see what happens at WrestleMania next year when I'm in Los Angeles.
I don't think he's going to Los Angeles because Los Angeles is kind of expensive. So I'm not going.
WrestleMania in general is expensive.
I mean, it's not expensive for me because when it's down here, it's not expensive. But if it's in like Los Angeles, that's all the way on the other side of the damn globe.
Well, like how much were the tickets?
I spent about $120-some on a ticket at a good spot.
That's actually fairly reasonable. See, like I spent about like.
But to get me out there to California,
that's like what? I'm sorry, what?
To get me to California, that's gonna be at least $1,000 or $2,000. Because a flight from Florida to California is at least $300 to $400.
Well, yeah, that makes it. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. For me, considering I went to WrestleMania 29, I think I paid about like $200 for a ticket. I'm guessing it's only because like, it's one of the more expensive cities in New York, so I'm guessing that's why it was a little higher. I mean, that's it. That's just my assumption. Don't quote me on that. Definitely don't quote me on that one. Oh my God! Here's something.
Yep.
Here's something. Braun Strowman's comments on Evil Uno. Did you see him?
Idiot.
Did you see him?
He's an idiot. He should have kept his mouth shut.
This is like the third time now that he opened his mouth about an All Elite Wrestling wrestler. Third time. He called Luchasaurus a dork in a dinosaur mask. He called out Lance Archer, and now he's pretty much claiming to indie wrestlers, hey, don't be poor.
He must really want to go to AEW.
Well, what value would he hold, though? The guy is nothing more than a look. The guy can't wrestle. The guy certainly doesn't have an appealing character. I mean, the guy is a the guy's a waste of space at this rate. He's probably a WWE lifer because only WWE is going to use the guy. The guy doesn't have any value. All the guy is a look. They took the title off of him and put it on Sami Zayn before WrestleMania. By the way, a 3-on-1 handicap match. Who the fuck came up with that idea?
No idea.
I think that that might be where we end it. Because I think we're all just burnt out over everything that's going on with the pandemic and WrestleMania being postponed. So I think we're just gonna end it right here. One more time, where can we find you on social media so everyone here knows? And I will place your Twitter in the description link.
My Smiley Baby Boo. That's Smiley BABI Boo on Twitter.
I will place that in the link, people. And when will your podcast be returning?
In a couple months. Just give me some time to, I have to get a new theme song. I gotta get, new icons and everything's old with the new name, and it's gonna take a while.
Excellent.
It's gonna take a while, but not that hard.
Well, regardless of whether it takes a while, I just hope it's coming back because I actually want to listen to it.
It'll be back.
It'll be back. You know what you should do? You should just you should do for if you post it on YouTube and you have a camera in front of you, you should walk out with your Velveteen Dream glasses, strutting to Back in Black by AC/DC. I will pay you to do that. I swear I will. I will pay you. I will pay you with a sassy.
I don't want to embarrass myself.
No, you got. I will PayPal you $50 to do it. I will PayPal you $50 to do it. You're gonna. I swear you better do it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow me on Twitter at HistoryMakerDJS. Follow me on Instagram and Periscope at TheDJStorms. You can add me on Facebook as well. I will put all the links in the description. And of course, thank you very much for the views and likes on the Lightning Flash update from last week. She's Smiley. I'm DJ Storms. This has been the Lightning Flash update, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and wash your hands as well.